Hello and welcome to the channel. Tonight we're diving headfirst into a continent teetering on the precipice Europe. Forget your quaint images of cobblestone streets and charming cafes, because things are about to get real. From financial ruin to social unrest, so intense it would make a mosh pit look like a polite tea party, these countries are facing challenges that could make 2025 the year Europe truly loses its cookies. So buckle up, grab your nearest baguette or bratwurst, and join us as we unveil the top 10 European countries teetering on the brink of collapse. Ah, France, land of wine, romance, and wait, is that the faint whiff of tear gas I smell? Oh, right, it is. Because France, mes amis, is currently starring in its own political thriller, and let me tell you, the plot is more convoluted than a French art house film. Protests, riots, you name it, France has got it, all served with a side of existential dread. The question is, can France pull itself back from the brink, or will it succumb to the chaos and become the cautionary tale of what happens when you prioritize berets over basic economic stability? Ah, Germany. The efficient, reliable, sausage-loving powerhouse of Europe. For decades, they've been the responsible sibling, the one who always does their homework and never misses a payment. But lately, it seems even Germany is starting to crack under pressure. The energy crisis has hit Germany harder than a David Hasselhoff concert in Berlin back in the day. Industries are struggling, factories are shutting down, and even the mighty German car industry is starting to sputter like a Trabant running out of fuel. The question is, can Germany, the country that once seemed invincible, pull itself together and find a way out of this mess, or are we about to witness the fall of an economic giant? Spain, land of siestas, sangria, and, oh right, the constant threat of the country splitting apart like a poorly made paella. The Catalonia independence movement is still simmering away like a pot of overheated gazpacho, and the government seems about as effective at resolving it as a bullfighter armed with a pool noodle. Youth unemployment in Spain is hovering around 30%, which is about as fun as a bullfight with no matador. So, can Spain hold it together? Can they find a way to appease Catalonia, revive their economy, and outrun the effects of climate change? Chapter 4, Poland, democracy on the edge. Poland, the land of pierogies, Chopin, and a government that seems to be taking its cues from a dystopian novel. That's right, folks. Poland, once a beacon of hope for democracy in Eastern Europe, is now teetering on the edge of authoritarianism. The ruling Law and Justice Party, or PIS, has been busy consolidating power like a child hoarding candy on Halloween, and they're not afraid to bend or break the rules to get what they want. So, can Poland pull itself back from the brink of authoritarianism and economic instability? Or will it succumb to the pressures and become another cautionary tale of democracy lost? Chapter 5, Serbia, a powder keg in the Balkans. Ah, Serbia, a land of stunning landscapes, rich history, and, oh right, the ever-present potential for political and ethnic turmoil. Under President Aleksandar Vučić, the media has been tamed more effectively than a circus lion, opposition voices are silenced faster than you can say Kosovo je Srbija, and corruption is more rampant than mosquitoes at a summer barbecue. And as if political tensions weren't enough, Serbia is also grappling with a whole host of economic woes. So, can Serbia break free from its cycle of instability and finally find peace and prosperity? Or will it remain trapped in a perpetual state of simmering tension, a powder keg just waiting for a spark? Chapter 6. Hungary, sliding down the slippery slope. Hungary, the land of goulash, thermal baths, and a government that seems to be taking its cues from a how-to manual on dismantling democracy. That's right, folks, under the leadership of Prime Minister Viktor Orban, Hungary has been on a slippery slope away from liberal democracy and towards something, well, let's just say less than savory. The European Union, meanwhile, is about as thrilled with Orban's antics as a vegetarian at a sausage festival. So, can Hungary pull itself back from the brink of authoritarianism and economic ruin? Or will it continue down this path, becoming a cautionary tale of what happens when democracy goes on a bender with illiberal ideas? Chapter 7, Italy, a boot stuck in a rut. Italy, land of pasta, pizza, and a political system that's about as stable as a tower of gelato on a hot summer's day. Seriously, folks, they've had more government since World War II than there are types of pasta, and that's saying something. The current situation is about as stable as a Vespa with a flat tire, And the economy is looking about as healthy as a plate of pasta that's been sitting under a heat lamp for 3 days. We're talking over 145% of GDP, folks, a number that would make even the most hardened economist break out in a cold sweat. So, can Italy pull itself out of this economic and political quagmire? Can it finally find a government that lasts longer than a plate of spaghetti alle vongole at a Roman trattoria? Chapter 8. Greece. Land of ancient ruins, crystal clear waters, and an economy that's been stuck in a perpetual state of it's complicated since the 2008 financial crisis. Despite countless bailout packages and more austerity measures than you can shake a stick at, Greece is still drowning in debt. Unemployment, especially among young people, is about as common as a plate of souvlaki in Athens, and the tourism industry, once the backbone of the Greek economy, is about as predictable as the weather on Mount Pelion. So can Greece escape its economic purgatory and finally achieve a semblance of stability? Chapter 9. Bosnia and Herzegovina, a land of stunning natural beauty, a rich history, and a political system that's about as functional as a car with 3 steering wheels and no engine. Imagine a country where every decision, no matter how small, is bogged down by ethnic tensions and political gridlock. The country is still deeply divided along ethnic lines, a legacy of the brutal war in the 1990s that left scars deeper than the Neretva River Gorge. This political paralysis has turned Bosnia and Herzegovina into the poster child for dysfunction. The economy is stagnant, unemployment is high, especially among young people, and foreign investment is about as common as a sunny day in November. So can Bosnia and Herzegovina break free from its cycle of dysfunction and finally achieve lasting peace and prosperity? Chapter 10. Moldova, a small landlocked country sandwiched between Romania and Ukraine, is often overlooked on the world stage. But don't let its size fool you. This little nation is facing a perfect storm of challenges that could push it to the brink of collapse. Imagine a country where poverty is rampant, corruption is endemic, and the government is about as stable as a house of cards in a hurricane. Moldova is also grappling with a frozen conflict in its breakaway region of Transnistria, a sliver of land controlled by pro-Russian separatists. With Russia's invasion of Ukraine casting a long shadow over the region, Moldova's future looks more uncertain than ever. Can it weather the storm and chart a course towards a more stable and prosperous future? And as if this list wasn't bleak enough, let's not forget about poor Ukraine. Imagine trying to rebuild your house while it's still actively on fire. The Russian invasion has devastated their economy, turned their infrastructure into rubble, and left them reliant on the kindness and wallets of other countries. So, there you have it, folks. 10 European countries teetering on the brink, each facing their own unique cocktail of economic, political, and social challenges. Will these countries find a way to pull themselves back from the edge? Or will we be witnessing the beginning of a new chapter in European history, one marked by instability, uncertainty, and perhaps even chaos? Let us know in the comments which country you think is most likely to, shall we say, with its own rubble first. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because you wouldn't want to miss the next episode of Europe. This time we really mean it.